Hey guys, this is James. I just want to do a follow-up video. Once again, I am not a professional YouTuber, so this is going to be a little raw. I'm shooting it just on a regular phone. I don't have any special mics or anything. Just so keep that in mind. I'm just trying to get some information out there for you guys, and this was the quickest way I could think of doing it. Okay, we're going to start off with the good. We're going to do the good and the bad. We're going to start with the good. All right, the Smith machine. You want to come on in here and take a look at this knurling right here. They did a pretty good job. I am happy with that. Also, the range of motion on the Smith is very, very nice. I think most people will be pretty happy with it. It's almost full range of motion, as if you had a barbell on the floor. It's not quite, but close. And then also, I'm 6 feet for reference. I'm able to go way above my head. I don't think I'd be able to do standing press or anything, but I would be able to at least, I can walk under it, store it, and I mean, there's tons you can do on this thing. There you go. Actually, I get pretty close. This adder weight, nice little feature, just sits right there. It is 4.4 pounds. I'm not sure why they picked that, but you know what? It works, and it's more than most people give you. So I do appreciate that, and that is definitely a positive. It does come with two 300-pound weight stacks. Now, keep in mind, mine was upgraded. I do believe it's 200 for the original, and you can either do 250 or 300, I believe is how it works. I've got the 300-pound ones. It's cut it in half if you're doing the 2-to-1 exercises on the trolley, so 150. Otherwise, you get 1-to-1, or there's even, if you're using the leg press, I believe you get up to 600 pounds of resistance on that. So once again, I mean, that's definitely positive. Another positive, this one comes with a pull down and a low row. Most of the trolley type systems, you have to work off of that and have workarounds, sacrifice range of motion. Not the case here. We got this right here. We got the nice low row down there. An additional benefit of the pull down and low row, as well as the arms, is you can do bilateral training on all these. So we've got, you can hook up individual handles to any one of these and go single-handed one side to the other side, something that most machines don't offer. And here's everybody's star of the show. It's the articulating arms. It's what's in fashion right now, and honestly, it should be. It really does make the machine stand out, and I will say that I really do like them. Probably my favorite thing on the entire machine. I had some issues, as you know, in the previous video, but we're not going to mention them now. We're just going to go as if they're working perfectly, and they are great. And I will say there's a sleeper on this. People keep saying that there's not really a use case for these, setting these into a free motion. I actually would disagree with you completely. I actually found myself using it more and more to where I was able to let it move with me, and I really, really enjoyed that. I spoke about this last time. Pegboard storage, how easy everything is to move around. Also, the shelving system here. And honestly, I've always felt like that was an overrated part of a piece of equipment. And I totally changed my mind on that. So there you go, Force USA, good job. I love this system. I think it's great. As a matter of fact, this is one of those things, once you have it, you don't want to go back. I really do like that. I find myself using the shelving system, everything, every day. And personally, I find this the sleeper hit. A lot of people have mentioned this in a negative light. I personally think this bench is pretty amazing, honestly. There's things you can do on this bench that you just can't do on anything else. Now, I know this is the positive part. I'm just going to go ahead and follow up with two tiny little negatives. It's a little heavy, and it is long. So if you have somebody smaller, or if you're somebody smaller, it may be a little bit of a problem moving around. That being the only thing to think of. Otherwise, absolutely fantastic. Leg press, and hack squat feel amazing on this. I was highly impressed. I would compare it to almost anything up until you get to your top tier or your standalone units. I mean, I Okay, we're going to go ahead on to the not so popular portion, the bad section. And like in the previous videos, everybody knows the paint is a little bit of a hot topic for me. I just don't think it was done very well, and I feel like it should have been used something a little bit more of a heavy duty coat. And I'd like you to go ahead and come on over here, and I'm going to show why. This is plastic on both sides, plastic, and this is plastic. And keep in mind, this is put on here one time and removed by me once after the original crew set this up. And that's plastic touching it. Now, if that's what plastic does, what's it going to be when metal touches it? And we've already seen, I've already shown all the other nicks and scratches. I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. I'm just going to mention the fact that the paint is, I don't believe it represents the cost of the equipment. And some of you guys, I have AC and heat in my gym. If you don't have that and you have high humidity in a garage gym, I would be very concerned with this item rusting out on you. Because you guys got to remember, you're not just thinking about the outside, you're also thinking about the inside. And there's no coating on this in here either, so it will rust in there. Next on the bag, quality control, or lack thereof. We have a lot of little things, and I wouldn't say there's nothing that just doesn't work at all, but there's stuff, a lot of stuff just off a little bit. And once again, we're talking about a premium. This is supposed to be the cornerstone of your gym, and this is advertised as the top tier. If I was paying $2,000 for this, I'm going to let some of this stuff go. But I paid over $8,000 for this with everything. So I just have to point it out. Go ahead and come on over here. Now here's the safety for the Smith machine. Now obviously the Smith machine's at the same, is docked at the same part of both sides. Okay, see how easy that goes up and goes in right there? Now, here's this side. And it not happen no matter what you do. Like I said, just little things that are just a tiny bit off. Now come on under here, and you showed again how the hole spacing and everything, the arms are exactly the same position. Go ahead and go all the way under so they can see. I mean, all the way under. Now you can see how they're two different, they're just about what, 2 inches off, inch off, 2 inches off. Everything's off just a tiny bit. And let's go ahead and come back here, check out this weight stack while we're at it. And it's just the floating, it's not quite the same as a top tier Rogue, a Sornex, Prime Fitness. You're definitely getting mid-tier equipment. I'm not going to go over all of them again because we already did the accessories yesterday. You know my feelings on those. Some of them are okay. The rest of them are honestly should have never even been shipped with the machine. They should have just left those out. Okay, now this is just for, this isn't really a con, this is just more situational and just so you know. One, flat foot rack. So, if you have anything that is like a flooring that your contractor maybe is not the best, or you got a garage floor that slopes, or it's just not even, that can be a problem. Now, thankfully, the back is not flat too. I do appreciate that. It's only the sides. So if you have any issues, I did not have anything in the location I put it, but you just know that that could happen. So the stoutness of the rack, and it's pretty stout, but there's a little wobble. There's definitely more wobble than my Prime rack, but that also weighed more. So take it for what it is, but that's not really a con. I just wanted to so you can get an idea. I know like some of their other equipment does move around, shake a little bit easier. I feel like this is an upgrade for anything they've done. So this is sort of like, I'd honestly almost put this back in the pro side for them. Okay, personal section. This is my personal dislikes. So this is not a good or bad, really. This is just what I just don't like. And I understand that there's going to be some people out there that completely disagree with me. Totally get it. The J-cups, the spotters, I just don't like. I don't like how they install. I don't like that they shimmy. I just don't like that system. I think they tried to reinvent the wheel that didn't need to be reinvented, and I feel like the systems that were already in place and other companies were using were honestly superior to this. Aesthetically, they look nice, but you have to fiddle with them, and I just don't think it's worth it. If you want to show them real quick again, you can. There's the J-cups. I was able to get this one out finally. It took 3 attempts with a hammer. I was able to knock that one out. And over here, right here is the spotter arms. And since another personal dislike is the leg extension. Now, so this is the part of the bench that gets a little bit of shade. I love the bench. I really don't care for the leg extension, leg curl, and I've set it up every different way. The amount of time it takes to set it up and the strength curve is, to me, just not worth it. I don't feel like it feels better than, honestly, any kind of cheap plate-loaded one that you could use. I personally probably would never use it. So that's definitely a con for me. You'll have to use it yourself and make that decision yourself, though. Once again, personal section. And the finale, the hashtag big. This is my big con of the whole unit. Yes, above all the little quirks, the nicks, the dings, the mismade stuff, everything, the cables. The cables, or in particular, I should say the cable system. I don't know whether it's the cables themselves, the pulleys, or if it's the bearings that go in the pulleys. It could be, or it's all of them. I don't know. There was always something with the C10 when I tried out in the store that I couldn't put my finger on. What was wrong, or what fell off on the cables? It didn't feel like it stuck, but it felt like something was off. And I think I finally figured it out, which I did. I've seen some other people on YouTube using these pull handles that show you the weight that things are being pulled at. And I was able to hook one of those up, a cheap one for luggage, but it worked, and compare it to my 12 to 15-year-old Tough Stuff 6-pack. That ranged, when it was supposed to be at 20 pounds, stuck between like 19 and 21 and stayed really close to 20. This fluctuates when it's supposed to be on 20 up almost to 30 when you're pulling it, and it bottoms out closer down to 15 if you stop and hold it like isometrically. It's all over the board. That's the problem I have, and that's probably why this is going to go back. I'm going to go ahead and show some videos of this. It's all over the board on where I've done it with the middle handles, I've done it with the trolleys, and it feels a little off, and I'm just not sure I can go ahead and accept that. And I don't feel like I should have to go try to rebuild this thing with new pulleys, cables, and everything after I'm spending over $8,000 on it. So that's the big thing. Okay, obviously this is the pull down. It's set at 30 pounds on each side. Now, when you stop it, look how it drops back. Your tension's all over the place. Go ahead. We're going to go ahead and compare the C20 to roughly a 12 to 15-year-old Tough Stuff 6-pack. 200-pound stack. It's a 4-to-1 ratio, so to make it fair, to make sure everything's similar, a lot of times, like I showed with your 20 or 30 pounds over there, so I'll do the same thing. Probably easiest to do, I got on 80 here, which will cut it down. Should be right around 20 pounds is what this is supposed to do. Go ahead and pull it in there. Okay. All right, we're going to do a quick one. You follow me for a quick one. Ready? Notice how that hardly changed even on the fast one, how that kept, it wasn't herky jerky. I mean, you can move this thing pretty quick and it stays really close to that 20 mark through the whole thing. And this is like at least 12 years old. I still got tension on it. Let me let it up. Versus a machine that's less than a week old. That honestly doesn't say too much for it, in my personal opinion. So in conclusion, once again, would I buy it again? No. I'm in a position right now where they're asking me to decide, do I want to swap this out or do I want to, get my money back or what? And I know I just said no. I don't really want the hassle of looking for another one. And Lord, if I knew that cables would come out smoother on the next one, which I know they won't. I know that's not going to get fixed. So that's my hang up. If I knew they would fix those, I would redo this in a heartbeat and try it again and hope for the best. Hope all the little small things that were wrong get fixed, or at least they fix them eventually. Replace my parts of my machine. Where I'm at right now is I'm probably going to go ahead and send this back because I just don't see this thing being smooth long term, and I see potential issues with the quality as it wears and as time goes on.